Hi everyone. So today we're going to try something different, and I'm really proud of this one, but I don't know how it's going to play out if it'll even get any traction. But I'm just going to try it because life's about trying things that work and see what works and what doesn't work. And we're going to try this one. I am, struggling a little bit with my allergy, so I'm not feeling the best. So I decided I'm going to. There's a good chance to try to kind of plan out in bullets everything I want to talk about and so I can stay on task. One of my biggest goals is learning how to stay on task, stay focused. And I can't do that without having some kind of script, I guess if you want to call it. And I'm hoping this works out well because I like to do more of these in the future. We'll see how the response is. But in the meantime, I want to show you some glimpses of things that I work on in my personal life. Either this right here is for my personal use. I'm trying to figure out how to do tasks, the 1, 2, 3. Well, it's called the 1, 2, 5 method, I think. But for people like me who has some anxiety or who can get overwhelmed easily, I cut it down to a 1, 2, 3 task where you do one major task, two medium-sized tasks, and three quick ones daily. So I wanted to keep something that I can keep track of, because I want to teach myself to stay focused and stay on task and stay on schedule. So you'll see a little bit of that. This is working in Canva. So we'll see how it works. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't judge me too harshly. This is just a rough draft of me just playing around and figuring out how I want it to look. So anyway, let's get started. I want to have a real talk with you today about weight loss and health journeys. Because let's be honest, this stuff can feel overwhelming, and there's so much noise out there about the right way to do it. But the thing though, there is no one right way. There's your way. I know for me, I used to compare myself constantly. I'd see someone dropping weight super fast and think, why can't I do that? Or I'd literally hear people say, you should be eating this. You should be exercising like that. And honestly, it just makes me feel defeated. I've talked about this, about people's comments in the videos on people's TikToks or wherever, where it's a constant picking and thinking that they're doing everything wrong because they're not doing it the way that person thinks they should. It's so defeating sometimes. But what I've learned is we're not carbon copies of each other. We all have different bodies, different metabolisms, different struggles, and even different mental health battles. What works for one person might not feel good or even be realistic for someone else. And you know what? That's okay. Here's the truth. Going at your own pace isn't just fine. It's actually the best way to do this. Some of us might lose weight quickly, some of us lose weight slowly, and some people love the gym, others start with a 5-minute walk around the block. Some people meal prep every Sunday, and some people keep it simple with a few easy foods they can grab. And none of this is wrong. The real question is, does it feel right for you? Can you see yourself keeping up long term? Because if you can, that's the right pace, that's your plan, and you don't have to apologize for it. And here's where community comes in. We really aren't meant to do this alone, in my opinion. Having people who cheer you on, even when your journey looks totally different than theirs, that changes everything. Imagine how much better this process feels when instead of comparing, we just celebrate each other. Like, hey, you drank your water today. That's so awesome. Or you showed up for that 10-minute walk. So proud of you. Those little wins matter, and they deserve to be seen and celebrated. When we encourage each other instead of nitpicking or judging, we build a space that feels safe, supported, and honestly, so much more motivating. Because at the end of the day, being seen as yourself is huge. No one wants to feel invisible or like they are behind just because their progress looks different. For one person's success might be losing 50 pounds. For someone else's, it's lowering their blood pressure or simply staying consistent for a month. And every single one of those wins matter. When people recognize your effort, and not just a scale number. It builds momentum. It reminds you that what you are doing counts. So here's what I want you to take away with what I've said today. Your pace is the right pace. You are not too slow. You are not too behind. You are just on your journey, and that is so powerful. If you can surround yourself with people who remind you of that, people who encourage instead of compare, let's be that kind of community for each other. Positive, supported, uplifting. There's not enough of these online. There's too many critics and not enough cheerleaders. Because when we choose to cheer instead of criticize, we make space for real, lasting change. And honestly, it just feels so much better. So wherever you are today, just starting over, or somewhere in the middle, keep going. You're doing amazing, and your journey is worth celebrating. So thank you for hanging out with me today. If this resonated with you, make sure you leave a comment and a like so I know. I would like to do more of these, but if they just didn't touch right, I understand. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to me, and we will talk again soon. Take care.